texture like sun lays me down. With my mind she runs throughout the night.
You have this bank that's tied in with these cryptocurrency moguls that are all in the hot water, Sam Bankman-Fried, right?
Right.
And which is located not too far from where all this stuff is going on. Was this bank used for money laundering and tied in with the whole FTX thing? Because that was nothing but a money laundering big fund of Democrats Ponzi scheme anyways. That's all that was.
Oh, according to the Department of Justice, this bank was used for that. Moonstone Bank, formerly Farmington State Bank there in Farmington, Washington, 45 miles away from both universities. They got $60 million seized from that bank. Now, that bank's existence and the ability to operate with cryptocurrency speaks to the volume of activities impacting these murders from behind the scenes. Sam Bankman-Fried and his associate, the guy who owns Deltec Bank, who also was the creator and producer of the cartoon Inspector Gadget, that fella, they had to solicit. So basically, they paid off some politicians to change the laws in the state of Washington because, federally speaking, cryptocurrencies and banks can't be in part of the same organization.
Right.
So they paid off some folks in Washington to change the laws. They then hired the guy they paid off as their attorney for the new Moonstone Bank and this cryptocurrency bank initiative. But yeah, it's absolutely used for money laundering. The one thing I like to focus on also in regards to this cryptocurrencies, whether it be FTX, whether it be this Hex cryptocurrency, or whether it be the private DNA lab that produced all the DNA evidence in this case, Authram Labs, they were all funded by Silicon Valley Bank. Silicon Valley Bank is the bank was one of the largest bank failures in America that collapsed in March 2023. So it's almost like a domino chain series of events that are associated with these things. As far as the murders occur. The murders occur again within 48 hours after FTX files bankruptcy. So if they were money laundering in that bank in Washington that was owned by FTX, be a good reason for the impetus behind these murders, because FTX just made it public less than 48 hours prior to the murder that they owned that bank. Nobody knew before that they had financed that bank until they filed their bankruptcy.
Nobody had any idea that there was a connection between that bank and FTX.
Zero.
And it's just this little random bank out in the middle of freaking nowhere.
They dumped hundreds of millions of dollars through.
Yeah.
Just looking at I've looked at the FDIC reports. I mean, they're just looking at that. Like, if you're the FDIC or any other regulatory agency, and you see a bank suddenly have an increase of thousands of % increase in deposits over a month, and you're going to tell me that doesn't trigger any red flags for money laundering, So the evidence is clear. What's going on here? It's clear to some people. You know what I mean? Some folks know exactly what has occurred here, right? Like, regarding the money laundering, the cryptocurrencies, the murders to cover it up, et cetera, et cetera. But all of these narratives we've discussed, all of this propaganda, in my opinion, is simply to hide all of those details.
Yeah. This all goes. This could technically go all the way back to FTX.